All right, so one thing that I really talk about a lot when it comes to my case reviews is grip. And I love a case that has grip. A lot of cases don't have grip, and I feel like it's everything because if it doesn't have grip, it falls out of our hand, and you damage your case, and you spend a lot of money on it. But today we will be talking about some of the most grippiest cases for the iPhone 13 Pro. Now, a lot of these cases have grip in their name. All right, now I'm pretty sure you can already think of a few. So we're gonna go ahead and go through them. I think we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 7 cases. All right, now I'm not gonna rank these in any order of what's the most grippy and what's the not the most grippy. All of these kind of have that same level of grip, and honestly, a lot of these cases you have seen already in my top case video. So let's go ahead and kick it off with the first one, and let me go ahead and grab it. It is going to be the Speck Presidio Grip 2. Now, as I've said in the actually top case video, this is a timeless design when it comes to this case. It comes with MagSafe, but the grips that they have incorporated is going to be these grips right here on the side. And in my opinion, which some people think is pretty slippery, but I think it actually gives you a good level of grip. This is a nice case that gives you a very nice level of grip in my opinion, and it's basically good to go. These grips right here, it's something that's not going to come off. It's not going to wear off over time. Speck has really catered this case and just made this thing really one of the best cases. Yes, it's going to leave a little bit of smudges on the outside, but like I said, man, we use our phones with our hands. It is what it is when it comes to this case. Everything else about this case, man, just a extremely tight fitting case. One of my top cases. This was in my top 15 cases. Speck Presidio Grip 2 just has a nice level of grip right where it needs to, right here and on this side right here. It just simply gets it done when you are talking about gripping it in your hand. Keeps a thin profile, really isn't that big in my opinion when you are talking about thickness or anything like that. So definitely one of the nice cases when you are talking about grip. Just like I stated, Speck Presidio Grip, that's what it's known for. So check it out. Like this case. Always one of my all-time favorite case when it comes to the Presidio line. Now the next one is one that really probably has the most aggressive grip on the list right here, and we got to go ahead and talk about the Incipio Grip. All right, now the Incipio kind of made a very plain Jane case with it being just straight plain on the back. When you're looking at it, you're like, there's anything fancy about this case, man. It looks like a boring black case, but when you turn it over on the sides and look at it, man, they have some very aggressive grip stippling right here on the sides, nowhere else, not on the top, not on the bottom, just on the sides where you will be holding this device. Once again, this was another one of the top 15 cases in Incipio Grip. Like I said, very sturdy case, very rigid case, has MagSafe, very tight fitting case. Just like the Speck Presidio 2, doesn't add a bunch of grip, don't add a bunch of thickness, all right, not grip. It has good grip. It doesn't add a lot of thickness to your actual case, and we always can appreciate that, but it just gets it done in a very plain Jane fashion, and what they wanted to focus on with this case was grip, and they did just that. And let's just go ahead and bring it up close. As you can see, that's kind of the pattern that they have going on right in the areas where you need it most, especially right there when you are gripping it, okay? Nice tactile buttons. Definitely nothing wrong with this case. Definitely one of the favorite cases. So here it is. This is going to be the Incipio Grip. Nice case right here from the Incipio line. All right, so this next one right here is probably one of my favorite cases in this lineup, man, just because of its unique design and the way they gave you a lot of grip, then added that extra little oomph to it, man. And we got to go ahead and talk about the Smartish Gripzilla case. Once again, another one of my top 15 cases. I think every one of these except one was in my top 15, and the other one is in the honorable mention video that I got coming out later on in the week, where it's showing you all of the cases that didn't make 15. This next one is in the honorable mention category, all right? But let's go ahead and take a look at the Smartish Gripzilla case. Now, what they did was added this texture. As you can see here, this is kind of like a, I'm not going to say rough, but a textured pattern that goes all the way around it. But stop, as you're looking on the sides, you see, yeah, you got finger grooves right where you actually hold the device. In my opinion, this case probably has the best grip out of all of these, including one that it may be very close, but just the way that they did the actual, the finger patterns, and then when you look at it, it doesn't look like it's too, it doesn't look like it's doing too much when you actually look at the case. All right, this case also has MagSafe, very nice and tactile buttons. But one thing about this case that is a complete winner is it's so affordable. You can go get this probably next day delivery over on Amazon for like 25 bucks. They did an absolutely amazing job with this case. Fits very snug on the phone. Top case, once again, another top in my opinion right here. And the Smartish Gripzilla just really does this thing when it comes to grip. it just fits in your hand perfect with those finger grooves that goes right along with it. And it literally fits right where your fingers are supposed to rest when holding this phone with this Gripzilla case on it, man. Such a sleeper case. A lot of people don't know about it, man. American made case right here. Very durable as well. Like, you even got extra padding here on the sides, man. I would probably feel comfortable dropping this case and not having to worry about too much, because it does feel hella solid when you're actually holding it, man. So the Smartish Gripzilla is definitely one of my favorite. I think this was almost like a top 5, top 6 case right here. So definitely one of the best out there, especially when it comes to the grip category. Now, this next case is one that I don't know how they can do it, but I wish they could make it work with MagSafe. This is probably the only case that we have up here that doesn't have MagSafe, but this is how good I like it. And this has always been one of my all-time favorite cases. And let's go ahead and take it to the Ringke Fusion-X. Now, yes, you know I live by MagSafe. I have to have MagSafe in my case. That's just what it is. But the Fusion-X doesn't have MagSafe. But one thing they do have is probably one of the dopest looking cases in this whole lineup right here. Now, you're like, wait a minute, this case isn't known for that much grip. Yeah, they actually updated their cases. So this whole side right here actually is grippy now. They actually added little textures. Let's get up close. They actually added little textures that's all along the side of this phone, and the ergonomics of it, which, as you can see, it kind of bows out and kind of bows out there. So when you're holding it in your hand, this case literally feels perfect in your hand. It keeps the phone thin as I don't know what. Not a bulky case at all, but I've always said the Ringke Fusion-X was always a great case. I just wanted them to add a little bit of grip, and guess what? They listened. I don't know if they listened to your boy, but they added grip, and it just took this case to the next level. If they add MagSafe on this case right here, this case could easily find itself in my top cases, in my opinion. It can just knock it out the park. So they added grip in all the right places. The sides aren't on the gripping material, but they don't have to have that on both sides is what matters. This side, the left side, and on the right side is where the grip is going to matter the most, and they did an absolute amazing job with it. So Ringke, if you're watching this video, I'll let you know at the end of the video, you knocked it out the park with the Fusion-X. I wonder if there's a way we can find out how to put that MagSafe in there. I don't know. You know I got to have MagSafe for my little personal reasons, man. So check it out. Ringke Fusion-X, very affordable case on Amazon Prime. You can go ahead and get it quick. So nice job, Ringke, with this. Now, this next case is one that I know a lot of you going to be like, wait a minute, huh? This makes literally no sense. But actually, it's just weird how this case works, man. Let's go ahead and talk about the Phone Rebel Flex series. Not the Gen 3, not any of the full coverage one. Yeah, we're talking about the Flex series with the sides crazy exposed and wide open. But even with that, this is probably one of the best feeling cases in your hand, and it's grippy without there being any materials on the side. So I'm pretty sure you're wondering, like, T, how in the world is this a grippy case? Look, I don't know. I don't make the rules, man, but all I know is when you're holding this case, it feels great in your hands. The Flex series, as you know, is still protective. Everything Apple Pro did a drop test of his case with a whole bunch of other brands. And surprisingly, I don't know if it survived the drop, but it was 50 feet. But look at what kind of case that we're talking about, man. This is still a solid case. Some of the strongest MagSafe magnets out there. And it just, some reason with just how the sides are open, but then you just have the corners right here, and it kind of just fits right in your hand. Kind of like the same thing with the Fusion. As you see, like the cases that has the bigger sides and the narrow frame, same thing with the Smartish. Bigger sides, so your hand just kind of fits very well in between. They did an absolutely amazing job with the Flex series, and when you buy this case brand new, they do make little plastic strips that go along the side so you can protect it while holding it, so you don't gotta be worried about damaging your phone. All right, so you're probably good in that category. But Phone Rebel Flex series, it's a weird one, but trust me, it feels good in your hands, and the grip is there, and you don't feel like you're gonna drop it. So definitely a little bit uncanny, and one you probably didn't expect coming, but definitely a solid right here. Once again, another top case. Now, this next one was one that was a little controversial, man. You got some people think it's grippy. You got some people think it's a little bit slippery. I'm more on the grippy category, not extreme grip, but I think it definitely has a nice level of grip. And this case is no stranger to the channel. We got to go ahead and talk about the Caudabe Sheath. Once again, this right here bad boy is a top 3. All right, so this is a top 3 right here when it comes to the top cases. They just have this textured material all around the whole case. All right, that's just what I love about the Sheath. Snug fitting, even for it to be like a kind of a, not silicone material, but just the material that they use with this just feels so good. MagSafe, Buttons are nice. You get very nice color options, very minimal, nothing, it's not loud. There's not a lot going on with this case. It simply gets it done and just nails just about every single aspect that I like about a case. And this is why this case is always on my top case. This case won 2 top 10 cases videos on my channel, besides when some newcomers came out and kind of took it down, but it still is one of the best cases. Easily top 3, top 2 cases out there on the market. The Caudabe Sheath just adds a nice level of grip. Now, some people have said over time that this kind of texture kind of wears off. I've used the sheath for a very long time and I'm not seeing any wearing off of this material. All right, so Caudabe Sheath absolutely knocked it out the park, man. Go check it out for your iPhone. Just a very nice, solid case all around. In my opinion, gives you that nice level of grip without having any aggravating texture rubbing on your hand. So Caudabe Sheath. And last but not least, we gotta talk about another case that has that grip in its name, man. Probably the I'm not gonna say the originator of grip, but they just did it right when it came to this case. And we gotta go ahead and talk about the dBrand grip. Now, one thing about dBrand, let's go ahead and get it out the way. You got the customizations, all right? That's just what excels them. This is gonna be the Robo skin right here. They just take it to the next level when it comes to customization, man. You just can't beat it. But what they have is that very micro dot, just micro sticks texture, which is just so good in my opinion. Feels very good in your hands. Still feels smooth, but yet it adds a good little level of grip. Also having some of these little stipples on the side just feels absolutely perfect, and it goes all the way around the case. Such a good case right here. Also has MagSafe, very rigid, nice tactile buttons, customization. You know, it probably maybe adds the most bulk out of all of the cases that we have talked about, but still very manageable. Let's get words, words. And I could use it every single day as my daily case, man. Love this. Once again, another one of the top cases on my channel. dBrand grip. This is the case that made me think about doing this whole video, showing you what the top grippy cases are. All right, so dBrand grip, definitely one of the OGs and definitely a no stranger when it comes to the grip. So bringing them back all over, man. We got dBrand grip. We have the Caudabe Sheath. We have the Phone Rebel Flex series. We have the Ringke Fusion-X. We have the Smartish Gripzilla, Incipio Grip, and we also have the Presidio grip right there. So you can check out the links to each and every one of these cases down below. I did a video review also of each and every one of these cases down below. So if you want to check out a more in-depth video about these cases, the links will be down below with the purchase links to each and every one of these, man. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Telling you T, I'm getting up out of here. Make sure you do the YouTube things, comment, like, subscribe, but make sure you turn that bell on so you don't miss out on any of these future videos. But until next time, catch you on the next one. Later.